Good evening and welcome to ATV News. I'm Charity Pepazani. Here are your top stories this Tuesday. In Malawi, anti-gay law was suspended yesterday in order to promote debate. The incident has come about, it is believed, as government officials bid to please Western donors. It is also thought that the legalization of same-sex relationships could halt the spread of HIV and AIDS through raising awareness. At present, homosexual acts carry a maximum sentence of 14 years in jail. Justice Minister Ralph Kasambara ordered police to stop arresting homosexuals as he calls for the debate. Mr. Kasambara warned that if police continue to arrest the homosexuals and later such laws are found to be unconstitutional, it could be an embarrassment to the government. Yesterday, we told you about the car accident that left Zimbabwean Prime Minister Morgan Tsvangirai's spokesperson in critical condition. Luke Tamborinyoka is still battling for his life in an intensive care unit, although MDCT officials say that his condition is now improving. Party Organizing Secretary Nelson Chamisa said that last night that they were optimistic that Tamborinyoka would recover. Tsvangirai, who is reportedly in Britain with his wife Elizabeth Macheka, yesterday sent a message to the family saying that all thoughts are with Luke and his family and stressing the need to trust in the doctors treating him and also trust in God. Firefighters in Lusaka, Zambia have struggled to enter burning shops on Freedom Way as property worth several millions of kwacha was destroyed. The furious fire crept through many shops, leaving owners shocked at the debris. The cause of the fire was not established. Firefighters from Lusaka City Council and the Zambian Air Force found it difficult to stop the fire, which then raised concerns with Lusaka residents on the ability of the force. It is alleged that firefighters could not cut the locks and resorted to banging on the grill doors on the hope of knocking them down as the raging fire spread. Lusaka Mayor Daniel Chisenga said the LCC Fire Brigade had problems accessing the fire hydrants, which were supposed to be found near the buildings. Mr. Chisenga said the local authority had plans to purchase more engines. In showbiz news, Zimbabwe's controversial Big Brother star Manetta Mazai has caused a Twitter storm by saying she could marry for money rather than love. Manetta, who describes herself as a paper spender, told her 12,000 Twitter followers that love was overrated. She added that money doesn't buy you happiness, but it's better to be miserable in a Lamborghini car and a huge mansion. She has come in for a lot of criticism, with many describing her as a gold digger. Manetta was kicked out of Big Brother Africa after fighting with fellow Zimbabwean housemate Rocky Joshvat, who was also evicted from the house. We're always trying to give a platform to upcoming African artists on ATV, but just as important as the artists also are the promoters who help them. We caught up with respected promoter and producer Wale Danga to find out more about the work he's doing in the music industry.
I don't know whether we've got enough time for that, but I'll do my best. I've worked in the music industry since the 1980s as a student, and soon after I also qualified. I was still doing music. I set up my own company called Limpopo. The main and sole idea behind it was to promote African music per se. We've worked with so many artists from all over Africa, the length and breadth of Africa, from Fela Kuti to Brenda Fassie to Yuma Sekela, Miriam Makeba, Sani Okosan, Nigeria, loads of artists. You know, Kanda Bongo Man, Werason from Congo. And from there we kind of veered more towards Zimbabwe music because I'm from Zimbabwe. So we started promoting the likes of Thomas Mafumo, Bundu Boys, Real Sounds, Love Moma Jaivana, Four Brothers, John Chibadura, you know, countless, Dere Rangwena. From then on, I also went into producing. So during at that point, I went to study a degree in sound engineering and also qualified in arts and lighting through British Association of Theatre Technicians. So then I moved into production. So I opened a wing of the Limpopo company, which is Limpopo Records, where I sit there as a producer. Ooh, there's been lots of hurdles. Finance sometimes, you know, but actually working with the artists themselves, because sometimes artists are not the easiest of people to work with, you know, the temperaments and so forth. But by and largely, it's been quite good and productive.
Another upcoming artist from Zimbabwe is Just Russ. Here's a clip of his music video, Born Winner.
Maishiti makapenga panda ngendisipo kunyangwe mukadini hamufe makaita seni nona matana mtumwa enda doing for Zimbabwe Harare hustler UK I'm back notozonge mazerere handbatke kunge mramba call me the holy man I bless everything I touch andichaita zve my baby but my baby call me handsome siyana ine kuimba style yenyu yakubo asi pandopinda mbawa all the ladies want me and I don't put my semen everywhere like yo, binding Yima, my shows, Hansi budget, diddy tight, by phone on the chat, I want to say that homie Erickson, my.
Just Russ joins us on the line now. Thank you for talking to us. So, who is Just Russ and how did it come about?
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for having me on your station. Just Russ came about from my names, like, Just came from Justin, Russ came from Russell, and I've been doing music for about 12 years now, solid. I've just taken it to the next level, like in the past 2 years. I've been involved in a lot of things, but I decided to take my life and just turn it on into entertaining. Since like my life on its own is all about entertaining, so I just chose that path to choose the way of entertaining people and showing the world my capabilities and what I'm about.
That's interesting. So how would you describe your music?
My music is entertainment. I don't like put in a genre, but most people call it hip hop and most people call it rap, but I just like call it entertaining because I can do anything I put my mind to.
And how healthy is the Zimbabwean music scene at the moment?
Most people focus on dancehall, and my belief is mainly on like bringing out the hip hop community in Zimbabwe, because in a way it's a sound that people don't really pay attention to, and because of me, a lot of people are now beginning to pay attention to Zimbabwean hip hop because of the work I put in and the things I do, showcasing my talent through the hip hop entertainment section.
So you have a new free download on iTunes. Could you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, my new single is called Born Winner. Basically, the whole song is kind of self-explanatory. Like it explains about my ups and downs and how people used to like judge me because of the things I've done on road and because of my street credibility. Most people saying like they couldn't work with me because of what I represented back then, as to like that made them hold them back from like trying to introduce the new me onto the scenario, to say, you know what guys, everyone changes. We've been there, everyone makes mistakes and everyone learns new things, and as a grown man I have learned to change. So I was kind of telling promoters and most club DJs that didn't want to work with me that I can do this on my own. At the end of the day, it just depends on your determination, because this is God's blessing, not my blessing or something I asked for. It's something I was born with.
Thank you for joining us. Just one more thing. What is the future for Just Russ?
The future for Just Russ right now is bigger than life. That's all I can say. In God's hands, anything is possible right now.
Today's photo of the day was sent in by Ayanda Chisale, which features Tino in Brooklyn. Why not send us your pictures to our ATV Facebook page and you could appear on the big screen. Thank you for watching ATV News. Have a good evening.